Hello and welcome. My name is Mary Sue from MarySueLambert.com. I am so excited that you're here with me today watching this video. So it's a really special video and I hope that you watch. I'll try and make it kind of short and sweet for you. But again, I thank you for joining me today, and today we're going to go over 3 things that are going to change as you start pursuing your spiritual journey. And these are things that I have noticed in my own life, and I want to teach you about them so that you can notice them in your life too, to have a happier, more fulfilling, and joyful life. So the first thing that happens, and there's really no order to these, but the first thing that happens when you pursue a personal journey on a spiritual level is that you start to connect deeper with other people. I know before I started my journey, I felt very alone, very awkward, very unique, but not accepted. So it was a really hard place to be for a while. And as I'm pursuing my spiritual journey, not only am I meeting people who are like-minded and who accept me for exactly who I am and what I do and what I believe. So, I'm definitely attracting a great vibe from people and creating more friendships, more deeper relationships than, the superficial ones that I had before. But also, you start to see people in a different light. You start to see them as a spiritual being versus a human being. So, humans, we get really stuck in our ego. We could be, a little mean or hostile. We could be, just kind of out for ourselves and not really concerned about what other people are doing or thinking or what their needs are and stuff like that. But on a spiritual level, you start to see people for the journey that they're on and accepting them for exactly who they are and where they are in their life. So this was a really amazing thing for me because I held on to a lot of anger and a lot of resentment towards a lot of people. And as I'm continuing my journey, it takes time and to process, but it's definitely easier to let go of those resentments and easier to let go of that anger when you see that we're all here doing the best that we can and learning the lessons that we're supposed to learn while we're here on earth. And we're, again, all on these journeys, and these journeys are similar, and we all have the same struggles and challenges, but at the same time, everyone is uniquely different in how they'll learn their lessons and stuff like that. So I personally feel a much deeper connection with other people now that I see them more as spiritual beings on a journey, versus as before where I felt very victimized and put down and not accepted by others. So, that is a great thing to feel more connected with people, and again, to also connect with more people who understand exactly who you are and what you're doing and love you for that. The second thing is you learn to love yourself more. And I know personally that there was a lot of times when I felt like I wasn't good enough, and I felt like, my friends were off and getting married and having babies and, traveling and having these amazing careers, and I was like, what am I doing with my life? Like, I just felt like I was a big loser pretty much. It was a really hard place to be because, I saw everyone going along the path that I felt like I should have been on, but it wasn't my path to take. So throughout my spiritual journey, and I'm sure you'll find this as well as you continue on, you really learn to accept exactly who you are. You learn to love yourself for, the good, the bad, the mistakes that you made, and for the awesome successes that you have as well. And you also just learn to value your uniqueness and value that you are divinely and perfectly made. So, it doesn't matter if you fit in with other people. It doesn't matter if you are a little bit of an outcast, because you're supposed to be that way. You're supposed to be just like that. And maybe you're the outcast because you're supposed to be a leader to other people. And you need to stand out so other people can see you shine, so that they can learn from you, and then, you could be the leader to them and really inspire and empower them. So it's definitely a lesson to learn to love and value yourself and respect yourself, and to value and respect the path that you're on, and to really see that you are a perfect divine being, and just a very special thing and a very special connection to have with yourself. A lot of people live their whole life without truly loving themselves. So, pursuing a spiritual journey really helps in aiding with your self-love and self-care. And not only for yourself, but then, you can reflect that to others and help people along their journeys as well. And then the third thing, and probably the most fun, would be, it takes the pressure off you a lot. So you learn that this world isn't everything. So I truly believe that, our home is heaven, and that I'm here to learn my lessons and to go through my journey and to learn how to love unconditionally. But then at the end of the day, when I'm done, I go back home to heaven. So it's almost like you can have more fun, and you don't have to be as serious as you would. It's not, if you make a mistake here, it doesn't matter that much. So I mean, obviously it matters, and there's consequences for everything that you do. But in the grand scheme of your spiritual life, it's just part of the lessons that you're learning. So I thought that was a really interesting thing that I had seen, throughout my spiritual journey, is just to, laugh at your mistakes and not to be too hard on yourself, and to be accepting and understanding of yourself and others. And just to make time to have fun and to play and to enjoy this life and enjoy, the beautiful nature and scenery and relationships with people, without taking everything so personally that it could be damaging. So, it's definitely nice to know that obviously we're going to do the best that we can while we're here. We're going to learn the lessons that we need to learn. But again, it's a classroom. So just like, you go to school when you're younger, you're not expected to excel in everything. You're not expected to be perfect. And at the end of the day, you still get to go home and be yourself and not be in that classroom setting. So it's the same thing for when we come here. We do the best that we can. We learn our lessons. We're kind to other people. We show love and respect to other people. And we're not going to get it perfect all the time. And that's okay, as long as we keep striving to do our best. And then, when it's all said and done, we go home to heaven and we reflect on the lessons we learned, what we could have done better, what we could do better next time. So, for me, having a spiritual journey takes a lot of the pressure off myself to be perfect in this world. And if I make a mistake, I know it's okay. The days keep going. The world's not going to come to a screeching halt. So it definitely brings a lot of peace and a lot more enjoyment to my life. So I hope that you guys found this video to be inspiring and empowering, and I hope that, if you're on your spiritual journey, you continue with it. And if you're new to all this, I hope it gave you a little insight about how it can benefit your life and how you could be more loving and have a better, fulfilling life while you're here, while you're on your spiritual journey. If you have any questions, I definitely would love you to reach out to me. You could send me an email at comeconnectcommunicate@gmail.com, and also my phone number is on the contact page as well. So if you have any questions or want to learn more about your spiritual journey, definitely feel free to contact me. And then also, I do encourage you guys to sign up for the newsletter too. I will be sending newsletters out throughout the year with different stories, inspiration, empowerment, and then also keep you up to date on different services that I'm offering too. So I hope you guys have a great and blessed day. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope to hear from you all soon. Bye.